EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the
Fine, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here we go. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It
really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play?
Here we go.
This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you planning to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Ravens are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet inbounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Jackson going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Jackson on the give to down. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Dobbins will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Dobbins once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Matabike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Jackson, option right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11 empty, 11
From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, Jackson. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. The tight end in motion right. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hey, hey. Sit on. Hey, Ozzie.
Throwing is Jackson. They're able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 10 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They go play action with Burrow. Try to lay one up deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nixon will try the right side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, gotta go score. Let's go.
Again, it's Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and goal. Burrow. Buying time to his left. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Hey, report!
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
third down, Jackson. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's fourth.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
You see it? Thirteen.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
We ought to just keep this line on a loop because we say it so often. First down, Tyler Boyd. He's thrived in a high-volume role for the Cincinnati Bengals, averaging almost 80 catches and 950 yards a season over the last 4.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
1-1, ready?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
11.
Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Go! Get out! Yo.
Now Jackson. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jackson to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
11 empty.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Here we go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.